if I told you you could win yourself a trip to Vegas by running your own off-meta scheme? No Mercy Lambo just did that with these 4 setups to help him compete in the Jump Off GG tournament and play alongside Civil, which is a 30,000 in-person tournament held in Vegas, where some of the best Madden players around the world are competing alongside celebrities and other pro players at a shot at $30,000. Whether he's running his bunch strong and dime normal scheme, or in his new scheme out of the Steelers playbook or the NFC, which is what he was running, which is the empty tray stack 3 tight end set to jumbo audible. Now in Lambo's opening round, he played the Joker, who's an FNF tournament regular, but Lambo found himself in a 24-6 hole due to some questionable reads he had been making earlier in the game. But coming out at halftime, he knew he had to make some adjustments and did just that out of the play Fade Out. What Lambo would do is by simply putting his outside wide receiver on a hitch, an X wide receiver on a slant on the back of the stack, it made a high-low read over the middle of the field and a great play at attacking zone and man coverages all over the field due to the amazing spacing, and is a great play to run stock, but even a better play to freestyle out of, which is exactly what Lambo did. Now, noticing this and all the one-on-ones he had to this side of the field is where he chose to high point this to 6'8" Harold Carmichael, and with no one in front of him, would easily score and get a quick 7 out of halftime. And he would proceed to do this 3 more times throughout the game and get him right back into it and send it to OT after a great stop on defense, would score with the man swapping glitch out of this play, which makes it one of the best plays Lambo called all day. He called this play 47 times and threw for over 700 yards throughout the entire tourney. And on top of this, while having 3 tight ends in the game also, this allowed for him to audible to jumbo at any time. And this also helped him set up his next game with his next opponent, Relax It's Green. Now earlier in this game, Lambo jumped out to a 14-0 lead, but after some tough breaks and stops, it was tied 14-14. That's when Lambo turned to his second favorite play, QB draw, to try and put the game out of reach early. Now this play is as straightforward as it gets, and literally all you need to do is literally snap the ball, make a read, and run through the hole. Throughout the length of this tourney, Lambo ran this play 30 times for over 265 yards. The reason that this setup is so lethal is that because when facing blitzes like spinner or other slot blitzing plays, the draw will force blitzers up the field, opening up running lanes in the middle of the field, and when paired with fast break on his quarterback Tim Tebow, it allowed for better blocking, making this run very good and opening up the passing game even more, and helping Lambo put this game away early and win 35-28 and set up a hell date in the semifinals between Geezy. Now in the semifinal game, Lambo jumped out early to a 7-3 lead, and by using this setup out of the play PA counter waggle, it helped him not take his foot off the gas pedal due to the unique post route on the outside tight end that is very similar to the one that is in curl flat or post wheel drag. Makes this play incredible. This play is great at attacking zone coverage, as well as getting over deep clouds, which is exactly what Lambo did all game versus Geezy. And this helped him blow out Geezy 23-9 and set up his final matchup with MCS Pro David T. Now, throughout this tourney, Lambo had 10 trips to the red zone. Of those 10, he scored a touchdown 8 times. That's an 80% efficiency when we look at it right here, which is damn good too. Displaying that getting 7 instead of 3 in the red zone is a huge factor into winning these games and being one of the top tier players in Madden. In order to be successful, Lambo would call the play tight end stick, where he would post route the tight end, flat the wing on the post side, wheel the running back behind the post, hitch the wing back opposite of the flat, and in route the tight end on the hitch side, or leave the unique shake route. And when we roll the tape, David's user is left in no man's land and is able to throw this wheel for an easy 7 and get the lead. Now, after another Lambo leap with Harold Carmichael on a successful trip in the red zone, Lambo was ahead 14-7, giving the ball back to an explosive offense piloted by David T. He knew he would have to strap up on defense and did so by forcing a pick and scoring on the ensuing drive. But after a quick score by David T and honestly a questionable read by Lambo, which nobody knows what he was throwing here, he had gotten back into the game and tied it up 21-all. Cue the music, but on Lambo's bread drive with 3 minutes left, Lambo turned to his trusted setup in Fade Out and running QB draw to get him into field goal range and kick his way to victory and punch his ticket to Vegas in a shot at $30,000 alongside Civil. An even bigger reason of why he uses tight ends is because of their height and how big they are.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Through the span of the tourney, Lambo threw 31 ags. 31 throughout the entire tournament. Of those 31, he came down with the ball 61% of the time. If you want to learn how to throw ags just like he did and won a $30,000 tournament, then click this video right here.